So like how often would you say you do aerokinesis like in a week?
every day.
Every day? Like for how many hours a day would you say?
Oh, I don't know, just throughout the day, just staying connected with the wind energy. It's hard to inside, actually.
Wow, okay, okay. Like so and how long have you been doing aerokinesis for?
Oh, shoot, just since I started watching Michael's videos way back when. So it's, how
Like
long ago was it?
how long ago would you say?
2000, 2013, maybe.
Wow, so you've been doing it for almost 7 years now. Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. So so during that time, like how much of an advancement would you say you have made in aerokinesis?
Um, I see improvements. I guess every time or something new.
Okay, okay.
From just a simple moving some branches, and getting a little uh, feeling of wind,
Hmm.
which I wasn't unfamiliar with anyways, like with the elements, you can take a feather and feel the wind and how it moves and stuff like that. And then you'll notice, I've known this forever, that the wind energy picks up, just by playing with the feather.
Hmm.
But so I don't know what I was getting at with that. So it started with that kind of stuff. And then you can, there's just, it's the way of connecting with things. It's like maybe a voice, or not a voice, but a way to communicate with the plant, or the stuff around in your surrounding area
Hmm.
of the force. It's more of a force. And
Hmm.
I like that. I would like to, there's wind spirits, I would say that everything has a spirit. Like even me and you talking, there's something in charge of us understanding each other.
Hmm. Hmm.
The wind blowing through the reeds have a spirit.
Hmm.
Everything. There's
Right,
lots of
right.
them.
Like so, like by you doing aerokinesis, like why do you think you are doing aerokinesis? Like, do you think that allows you to kind of become more um connected to things? Like, what is your intent in practicing aerokinesis?
My intent, I guess, to make the wind blow. That was at first, but um, good question. It's addicting, maybe, because you start feeling the other wind spirits, energies, and stuff. Uh,
Okay, so
it flows freely. It's a lighter feeling.
right, right, right. So it allows you to kind of become like more connected to nature and stuff, and um,
Maybe your soul.
your
Maybe you're more, yeah. Whereas where you're putting down all your false things, you have to give in to talk with it, or even to
hmm.
work with it. You have to give up, some
Right,
things.
right. So
It
would
gives
you,
you a peaceful feeling.
right, a peaceful feeling. Yeah, yeah. So it's like a moving meditation, perhaps. Like, so like by doing
Yeah.
aerokinesis, did your psychic abilities, like other psychic abilities, like did it heighten that at all? Like, are you are you more psychic, for a lack of perhaps, or you're able to channel stuff, or did that improve at all? Or
Yeah, some weird things happened. I guess, and that think sometimes I'd go to an area, maybe a spirit would talk to me, in a weird way, and be like, "Whoa." But I guess, yeah, the spirits start communicating more with you, I guess, the more you mess around with it.
mm,
But they let me know definitely that it's not, that there is more involved in it.
right, right. Like that's kind of the revelation that I'm coming to too, because I'm so involved with like doing telekinesis, like with paper and stuff, and it's like I'm I'm realizing that I need to be doing more. Like I want to be for my spiritual advancement. I need to be like out in nature and like doing things like that.
Possibly. It's whatever your spirit's guiding you to do, but if that's what you feel, then that's definitely it. That's
Yeah,
how I
yeah,
do it.
definitely. That's yeah, that is kind of my calling right now. Like when I saw, the fires in Australia and stuff, I thought to myself like, wow, like what if I can like just summon that rain. Like I don't have that ability yet, but if I had that, I could like really like help the world and stuff, you know. So that's kind of my calling right now. I need to be connected to nature more rather than just like a paper, because I'm learning more and more. This is kind of meaningless, like to be practicing on the side wheel and stuff like that. So maybe perhaps there is some advantages with chi and internal energy and stuff like that. Perhaps I'm not an expert, so I can't really say. But
Yeah, me either. I know just from experiences, things like if you want to save like the fires or like those hurricanes that came, you know, me and a couple friends got on it or whatever, and sure enough, it didn't hit New York or nothing like that, but it did hit other little places that it wasn't meant to, you know, if we moved it. Like if we moved this hurricane down south, but then it still hit somebody else, you know. You know what I'm saying?
so
We
you
moved
are
it out of
able to
one
like
area.
redirect that storm
Yes.
and stuff, and yeah, that's really cool. Yeah,
The
okay.
odds are, though, there's others just like us trying to direct the storm. That's what I get when I feel out of it. Wars and stuff, they make money. And
Like, do you like, because you're so in tune with the wind, like you are able to sense that when you're perhaps when you see a storm coming, maybe perhaps you can sense that, like, oh, like someone is actually engineering this. Like you have that kind of intuition inside you saying that, or
yeah, something's telling me that most of it's engineered.
wow, okay, that's really
I
cool.
mean,
Wow.
even the Weather Channel, you know, is kind of, I mean, it almost looks like magic to me to be able to predict stuff like that. Because
Mhm.
in reality, the science part of it, they say they know things, but you know, like they might say they know something about the what Venus is made of, right? But they really don't even know it's in our backyard. They haven't even cured the common cold. So
Right,
it's like an illusionary thing of,
right,
yeah, there's a
right,
lot.
right.
There's left
Yeah,
to discover though.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So Chad, uh, so like, it sounds like, you know, you're just kind of like, you know, living in the moment and stuff like that, and you don't have too particular of a goal and stuff like that. Like, do you wish society could change?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I wish they wouldn't work so hard, you know, at doing stuff that's, I mean, otherwise to find out what our purpose is.
Right, right.
Well,
That's
I mean,
true.
because to encompass or grasp what we're actually walking around in, you know, this body, it's pretty amazing thing, something that grows around our soul,
Hmm.
and to work it to death and, you know, trick it into slavery and all that kind of stuff, it seems like there's something more. It would be
Hmm.
something more for it than a
Hmm.
$10 billion work machine or something.
Right, right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. We seem to lost touch with what our
Right.
true purpose is, you know, like, yeah. So I
I
totally,
mean, like even a little bit of something off balance, you know, a toothache or whatever, you know, and the system's all messed up, but
right,
somehow it stays in balance, you know.
right, right. Yeah,
and,
totally.
and with the chi that goes around our body naturally, you know, like every step we take is before that step the chi is there, and if it's not there, you know, that step will hurt. Like say you're walking in, you think that there's only like this much difference, you know, the leaves are covering up a little hole, and you step in it even though it's real small, but you weren't ready for it, you might twist your ankle, hurt your leg, just
Right,
because the chi
right.
wasn't there before you.
Mm, yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, that's for sure.
And a lot of people got a lot of chi, you know, to work, and they use it for their work, right? But since they don't understand what's going on, they're they'll blow their knees out, their backs out and stuff, you know, because the chi
Mm,
is so powerful that when it's in a closed spot, it blows it out.
yeah, yeah, that's definitely a good way to look at it. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, Chad. So, um, um, sorry, excuse me. In closing thoughts, is there any like message that you want to possibly share to people? Any tips perhaps on people that are embarking on a spiritual journey, and stuff? Any message to the
Um,
world from your outlook on life?
the ones that are seeking the spirituality,
Yeah.
that yeah, just be happy, because you've probably already done it before.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're probably right exactly where you're supposed to be.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, for sure. All right. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay. So simple, but that's very powerful. Yeah. So
It's true. Yeah,
yeah. So okay, Chad. Well, thank you so much for the interview.
no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll wrap the recording up. So.